All right, sticking with the outdoor theme, the Connecticut Forest and Park Association's Trail Days weekend is coming up.
Yeah, and here to tell us all about it is the new executive director of CFPA, Andy Bicking, who is a hiker and all the beautiful places we can go. So thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me here today. I'm really excited. Trails Day is coming up June 1st and 2nd, trailsday.org. We've got 185 events around the state, and we'd love everyone to come out and check out the beauty of our forests and parks.
What makes you a hiker? Do you have to hike a certain amount of miles per year, or just when you get out there, you have a good time?
Yeah, you know, Scott, people haven't been enjoying the outdoors since the beginning of time. So hiking is something anyone can do. All you need to do is have an interest and make the time to do it.
And we have so many trails. Like, this is a book right here, and actually I've gone out to do some of the trails. There's what, 185
hikes. It's amazing. You know, and a lot of people don't realize that people in Connecticut, everybody lives within 15 minutes of a park or forest.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's so much out there to explore. My organization, the Connecticut Forest and Park Association, has been maintaining the blue blazed hiking trail network. Those are the blue ovals you see when you're driving around at road crossings for almost 100 years. And we've got a great team of volunteers who are out making them accessible and doing great events like Trails Day. And people can learn more about that at trailsday.org.
Now, when I went, I was a Boy Scout, and they were like, you're going to go on a hike and you're going to sleep over. My mother stacked cans of corn and beans in my knapsack, and they actually had to take make it into a stretcher, and two other Boy Scouts had to carry it up the hill for me. That was my idea of hiking, and I was like, not good. This is different.
Yeah, you know, we have all kinds of different events, from mellow, family-friendly horseshoe crab strolls on the Sound.
Oh, that sounds good.
To mushroom identification walks in the forest.
Are you a fun guy?
I'm always a fun guy.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
We got mellow mountain bike rides and even a tour of old historic mills and Native American stonework.
Wow. You know, it's wonderful. So many of us are stressed out, and there's so much science. It's just getting out in nature and walking. You don't have to be really athletic to do this. I mean, I know there are very, very challenging hikes, but if you just, essentially it's walking. If you want to go out there and walk, it is a hike.
Yeah, and people have been enjoying the outdoors since the beginning of time, right? And it's true, the data shows and the science shows that if you spend time outside, there's a lot of wonderful health benefits. It lowers your blood pressure, it keeps you engaged, it's a social activity, it keeps people connected.
Can you just go through some of the things that you brought for us that we should recommend for a hike?
Yeah, it's always good to be prepared when you're on a trail. You were a scout, I was a scout, you know what that means.
I was a brownie.
You were a brownie, all right.
But see, he never had s'mores. I don't know how that's possible.
Well, water is the essential, right? Yeah. Human bodies are like, what, 85% water, so you need to make sure you're hydrated on the trail. It's always good to have a little protection from the sun, a nice hat to keep the sun off of your face, a rain jacket or something light to wear if the weather turns on you. And you have to know where you're going, which is why the Connecticut Walk Book that my organization publishes is so key. This details all of the access points for 825 miles of trails around the state.
That is wonderful.
So when you say access point, if people are just new to this, in general, these places, there's going to be a place to park. We just drive to them and we can park our car.
That's right. And
then begin on our walk.
That's exactly right. Most of these parking lots, some of them are improved, some of them are unimproved, but they're all available. You're also a bright guy.
Thank you. I'm a very bright guy. I'm a fun guy and a bright guy.
Is it okay to hike Is it okay to hike at night?
Well, that depends on the property itself, right? I mean, every place has different rules, but there are some places you can go.
Well, sometimes you get out there during the day and you lose track of time. Before you know it, it's dusk, then you're like caught without a light, and you're like, what are you going to do? This is a perfect thing to have.
That's right. It is. And just in case you get stuck, you know, if you end up further out in the forest than you expect, you've got this to find your way back.
This is wonderful.
And don't forget to bring snacks.
Snacks are my favorite thing.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. I like that you put chocolate in there, so like you could just say,
I brought that for you.
After you walk 20 minutes, you get a piece of chocolate.
Andy, we can't thank you enough for being on the show.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the trail.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
CT Trails Day weekend coming up on June 1st and 2nd. 185 events at all the trails across the state. For more information, just visit trailsday.org. All
right, still ahead on Great Day Connecticut. Middletown's annual Kids Health and Safety Day is happening this weekend. We're going to get a sneak peek of what you'll find there.
And it's the end of an era. Oh, my heart's breaking for young Sheldon. We're catching up with some of the stars from the hit show ahead of the big series finale.
But first, let's get a check on today's news and First Alert weather from Studio A.